Hello, pussy pussy. Hello, pussy pussy. What's wrong with you? Why are you so sad? Hungry. So this is what happens when you get old. There's no mobility scooters, so we improvised with a little go-kart.
Made from a mobility scooter.
What's the top speed? 4 miles an hour.
4 miles an hour.
It's not fast enough, man. You need go faster stripes.
Solid tyres, no springs, and it shakes you to pieces.
Yeah, but that sticker on the back must add a few BHP, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you got a few stickers on there.
Yes,
And a bucket seat.
We've got a hooter as well.
Oh, you got a hooter as well. You wouldn't see me on that.
And an ignition key.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we got. Oh my
Not messing
God.
about.
Forward and reverse.
Bloody hell. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're working on a 2009 Skoda Fabia and we're going to be changing the front disc and pads. These are the disc and pads that we're going to be using. We've got Apex, they're really good quality. I've never had an issue with these and they have great stopping power and great longevity. Now before we start, we need to release the brake fluid reservoir cap, which on this vehicle is tucked right at the back on the left hand side. So I'll just loosen that off, just leave it hanging like that. The reason we do this is so that when we push the piston back, it goes back nice and freely and has no back pressure. Next step is to jack up the vehicle. I've chosen to jack up from the front subframe because it's a lot stronger than these points here. So I highly recommend jacking up from the front subframe right there. You also want to make sure that there's an axle stand supporting the underneath of the vehicle. So I'm just going to place mine right there on the lower arm just in case. Now that we've safely jacked up the vehicle and got an extra stand underneath, we can take the wheel bolts off. 17mm. Now that the wheel's off, we can clearly see the disc and pads here. The disc is quite pitted and scored, and it's got a big score mark here, so there was likely a stone or something in there. They look quite old, and we've got a leak from the CV boot there. I think it might just be, well, it does feel like CV boot grease. Oh, what's that? Wow, okay, and that is an ABS wire, I think. Is it? Right, ABS wire's there. Not sure what that is. If you guys know what that is, then let me know, because I don't know. So I've just moved the wheels to the left hand side a bit, just so that we've got more access to the back slide pin bolts. And what we need to do is remove these rubber dust covers here at the back. So I'm just going to get a pick in there and just pop them off like that. And that's what they look like. There's another one here at the bottom. Don't use them. Right, so next step is to remove these 7mm slide pin bolts. Just going to get that in there like that. Break them loose. I'm cheating a bit as I have a ratcheting wrench, but it makes life a lot easier. Now we'll just do the same with the bottom one. So these are our slide pins or guide pins. We'll need to clean them up. Mark's brought me a cup of tea. Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you. How are you doing? We're almost there. So I've taken the guide pins out, or slide pins. Just need to pull the caliper away.
Brake sensor wire broke.
What is that? No, it's like the ABS sensor's there.
No, it's a low pad sensor, I think.
Well, it's joined together and broken. So I need to get the caliper off. So I'm just going to pry it out like that. I should probably get this in between here and push it back a bit. Nice work. Now, it's very rusty. There she goes. So I've got Mark here. He's just mentioned this wire being a brake pad wear sensor wire, and it looks like there was a connector on the end of this which obviously plugs into the back of the pad so that it knows when it's kind of worn once it gets down to a certain point. But it's already been cut, and the one on the vehicle as well has been cut as well. So I'm just going to chop this off. Take these out. They're not actually in bad condition, are they? There's loads of life on them.
Well, that one's a bit near the mark, but the other one come off all right.
This screwdriver
Don't strip it.
does not fit.
It's too small.
We've got a bigger screwdriver, see if that works. Oh yeah, straight on the money.
Right tool for the right job.
That's it, isn't it? That screwdriver
What
was
she
too
said.
small.
There you go.
Now what?
Pull that off. Oh, hang on.
Hit it.
Let's give it
There she goes.
a little bit of persuasion. Oh,
It's
yeah,
very worn.
They're a bit cream crackered, aren't they?
They're gone.
Yes. Very thin on one side.
Yeah. So we've got the old disc off. That's the hub. And now we're going to just degrease the new disc. Get a brake cleaner.
Yeah, see it comes off.
Yeah, it does come off. Look at that.
Beautiful.
And then the other side.
Bernard Matthews would be well impressed.
Who's that?
That's the chicken, turkey, not the chicken. It's beautiful.
That's lovely. Okay, so now we're just going to wire brush this hub a bit. Put some copper grease on it. As they say, if you're going to do a job, do it properly, or don't do it at all. Do they say that?
They do indeed.
Copper slip.
They also say if you want a job done
What's it,
properly, get
anti-seize?
someone else to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know whether that's true or not.
Bit of anti-seize, put a bit in there as well. That'll do, eh?
Perfect.
Right, so the next step is to push this piston back so that we've got clearance to fit the new pads in and the new disc. Right, so the next step is to push this piston back so that we've got clearance to fit the new disc and pads in. So I've just got a caliper wind back tool, and you just set it up with any kind of disc that fits. Slide it in like that, wind it up, and then as you turn, this should compress, and it's going in nice and easy, which means there's no resistance or seizing of the piston. That's what you want. That's all the way now, so I can back it off. And now we just need to clean the inside of here because it is very dirty, and we don't want any brake dust in our new discs and pads, so I'm just going to clean this off quick. Some brake cleaner. That's done. Now I've showed this in a previous video, but the way I like to clean these slide pins is by putting it in my drill like there, like that, not too tight, getting a bit of sandpaper and then just holding and spinning at the same time. And as you can see, it cleans them up really nicely. So I'll do the same with the other one. And there we have it. And no, it does not damage the threads, look. I'm not grabbing them that tight in the drill. So now the new disc can go on. Line up the holes. Like so. And then we need to put in the retaining screw just to hold the disc in. Don't do these too tight. It literally is just to hold the disc on whilst you're installing everything, like that. Get a bit of brake cleaner. I've already cleaned these, but a bit of muck on them, so we just clean that up. Next we just need to get a bit of red rubber grease on these slide pins. to make sure they go in and out nice and freely. That'd be good. Now we can just get these bolts and just push them into the back of the caliper here, ready to go in. I've made a bit of a mess because they've gone a bit everywhere, but it doesn't really matter. Just like that. Now for the pads, the one with the wear sensor went against the piston here, so I'm just going to push that in like that. Now for the other side of the pads, they are different. So as you can see, one has longer bracket clips, and these are the ones that go into the piston, and the smaller ones go into this slot here. So what you do is you just put it on top, push it down, and that's seated in place now. So the next thing to do is take the caliper, and when we fit this onto the disc, we want to make sure that, see this gap here where my finger is? The pad needs to sit behind this bracket here, and the actual caliper goes in front of this here. There we go, so that's seated properly now. The next step is to get the wheel on. The wheel bolts are torqued to 120 Newton meters of torque. So I'm going to get my torque wrench, I'm going to put the wheel on, I'm going to torque them up to 120 Newton meters, and then we're done. Tighten them by hand first, just so you don't cross thread anything. I'm going to gun them up on the lowest setting of my impact gun. I think it's about 100 and something Newton meters, 106. Now we can safely lower the vehicle so that the wheel is touching the ground. Just going to remove the axle stand. Now we're going to set the torque wrench to 120 Newton meters. Always set your torque wrench to 0 once you finish using it, so there's no tension on the spring. Otherwise it will become inaccurate. I'm going to wind it up to 120, which is right there. And then we're going to torque these in sequence if I can find the socket. Opposite side. Check them over again. And we're done. Now once you're finished doing the brakes, you need to pump the brake pedal a few times just to build up pressure again and push that piston out. And never forget to put the brake fluid reservoir cap back on. I'm going to leave it off because I'm going to do the other side, but yeah, don't forget that. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did like it, then please give it a thumbs up. Please share it with your friends and family. Please comment down below if you've got any suggestions or questions, and I'll see you in the next video.